Hello and welcome back to Got Sports. Now, England have literally just announced their England squad for the Euros, the 26-man squad from the 33 we've got. Obviously, Mason Greenwood came out and said he won't be playing due to an underlying issue. So without further ado, let's look at the England squad. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it and where I think will come in the Euros. Okay, so without further ado, let's go. So, just having a look at the England squad here, we've got Dean Henderson in goal, who I was expecting with Sam Johnson and Jordan Pickford. These were the three I said in the Provisional 33 video, which if you haven't seen, there'll be a card somewhere up above to go check that out. Those three would be my goalkeeper choice. For me, I'm hoping Dean Henderson is the goalkeeper we start with and is our goalkeeper for the tournament, with Pickford as second choice and Sam Johnson as third choice if it comes to it. I hope we go with that, but I have a feeling Gareth Southgate likes Jordan Pickford too much, so we'll go for that. Then we come to our defenders, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Thank goodness Gareth Southgate has seen sense and he's picked Trent Alexander-Arnold in the squad because he is an unbelievable player. And I can't remember who tweeted it, but someone tweeted it. I'll throw the tweet on the screen. That if you don't pick Trent Alexander-Arnold, then the squad surely has to win the Euros, because a player of his world-classness not to be included would mean the rest of the squad was just on different levels. So yeah, really happy to see Trent Alexander-Arnold in the squad. Ben Chilwell, again, he is great. He is probably going to be the starting left-back. Maybe Luke Shaw. It's going to be interesting between them two, but he again has had a great season. Now a Champions League winner as well. Yeah, of course he had to be in it. Connor Cody, a lot of people are unsure about Connor Cody. He is a solid centre-back. He works well in the England team. I can't say that his defensive issues this season hasn't been more to do with the whole Wolves squad operating as maybe where some of the doubts being cast over him. But again, he's solid and he'll do a job, especially if we're playing three at the back or two at the back. Rhys James, another right back. England just has this many good right backs. I obviously will be playing for England, except there's like 100 different right backs in front of me. From my playing days, I played right back. But wow, Rhys James is another right back who is talented and another Champions League winning right back we have. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold's a Champions League winning right back. Now we have Rhys James, who's also Champions League winning right back. And he's been playing great. He's the more, I'd say, defensive option. If we want a solid defensive, maybe against some of the better teams, we might throw Rhys James in there. But against some of the lesser teams, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold definitely has to go in because of his attacking side. Both can attack, both can defend. Trent's the more stronger attacker. Rhys is the more strong defender of the two, but either would be amazing options. So happy to see them both in the squad. Harry Maguire, of course, he had to be in. He's been one of the big England names for the last few years. And you can see what a difference it makes when he's out of the Manchester United defence. So to have him in the squad will be really helpful. He's a great player, great rock at the back. Tyrone Mings, again, he's had a pretty good season. He is that big centre-back you want. And he'll do well in a partnership with Harry Maguire or Connor Cody. Then we have Luke Shaw, a left-back. He's played amazing for Man United. He could be first-choice left-back for England as well. It's going to be interesting who Gareth Southgate chooses, Ben Chilwell or Luke Shaw. Depends who, I guess, else is playing. Obviously, if Harry Maguire is playing, that chemistry he already has, Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire from playing with Man United may be helpful. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Then we come to another centre-back, John Stones. John Stones has been amazing this season. He's really excelled under Pep this year. He's really come on leaps and bounds of the player Pep obviously wanted him to be. And I think he can now be a real good addition to the single squad. If we play three at the back, we'll have to play more passing football, which he can do. He can play the passes out. He's not afraid to be on the ball. And he's a good defender. So yeah, really happy to see John Stones in the squad. Another right back in Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier, again, can't be dismissed from this England squad. He's had an amazing season in Spain. Won La Liga, obviously, with Atletico Madrid, which I think a lot of people forget. Because he's not playing in England, they're like, oh, Kieran Trippier, he's old, he's knackered. But honestly, Kieran Trippier in Spain's been unbelievable. So to see him in the squad to compete with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Rhys James is going to be really interesting. And obviously, he's got that more experienced head. So in a game that requires a little bit more experience, maybe when you get to the semis, he might be the one who Gareth Southgate trusts in that position. Then the final one is another right back, Kyle Walker, but obviously Kyle Walker can play centre back, so I have a feeling if we're playing at 5 at the back, he'll play centre back. He's had an amazing season again for City, winning the league. He's solid, got that experience head, he's quick. England has a delight of right backs. Honestly, it's unbelievable that the squad's actually picked 4 right backs. I'm very surprised, I guess because it's a 26-man squad rather than 23, they've got that extra room. But obviously a few of these, 3 of these may not be playing at a time. Quite a mad decision. Obviously though, I think though with the right backs, you could say if Gareth really tried, say a defensive mid got injured like the likes of Henderson, who we'll come on to, I would like to see Southgate really adventurous and maybe try Trent Alexander-Arnold there, because Trent can definitely play in a centre mid role if you gave it to him. Like me and the boys have been talking about it before, and we've been like, Trent Alexander-Arnold, imagine if Liverpool pushed him into central midfield and made him more like De Bruyne, where the ball just plays through. Imagine what a side he could be in that. And I have to agree. So I think maybe he's brought 4 right backs because he's got an idea for them to play in other positions. Again, Trent Alexander-Arnold could probably play right wing if we need him to. Very interesting choice. But yeah, glad to see all 4 of them in. If you're the likes of Wan-Bissaka or the other 15 great right backs England has at the minute, you must be disappointed not to get in, but it's so hard for competition. Right back is the worst position if you're coming through the England setup to be playing in, because there's just so much position and strong. We probably have the best right backs in the world. Like Brazil at the minute have the best goalies, Ederson, Alisson. But England, we have the best right backs. And who would have thought that would be the position we'd want? But hey, it is what it is. Okay, moving on to the midfield. Jude Bellingham is in the squad. The youngster, he is a prodigy. He is awesome. He's been playing amazing in the Bundesliga for Dortmund. He's exciting. I think the lack of experience makes him more exciting, because he'll try something that a lot of the more experienced players probably won't try, because they know that the chances of it working are 1 in 10 instead of 9 out of 10 times. So he might try some stuff. He'll definitely be an interesting one to watch, and he could really announce himself on the world stage here if he has a good tournament. Jordan Henderson was always going to be in the squad just for his leadership qualities. I mean, you look at the way he plays for Liverpool, and when he's not in the Liverpool squad, Liverpool drop by levels. I mean, Liverpool would be a title challenging outfit with Henderson in the midfield, but as soon as Henderson was injured, Liverpool crumbled. And you can blame it a lot on the lack of centre backs, you can blame it a lot on other things, but Jordan Henderson makes that team tick. His talking is so good, and obviously with him in the team, it can make Trent Alexander-Arnold look even better, because they already know what to do. So if Trent's playing, Henderson will automatically just drop in when Trent goes forward, cover the back, and so that partnership there could be really vital for England's squad. He's a great leader, and someone on this pitch who, especially with the amount of youngsters I'm seeing in the squad, he can really get them to a level head so they don't make mistakes, and really push on. Mason Mount, we're coming on to now, a Champions League winner now, and he has just had a sensational season. He is so good. He can find the pass, he's find the movement, he always loves that space. He is an exciting talent, and he could be a very key player for England, especially offensively. I'm really excited to see Mason Mount in the England squad. Calvin Phillips, he's in, a Leeds player. It was only fair. Leeds got at least 1 player in the England squad. They have been immense in the Premier League this season, and Calvin Phillips is so good. He works so well with all the boys. When you've seen him in the England set before, he's a great passer, and gives that midfield options. I don't know whether he'd start in the England midfield, but he's definitely a great one to come off the bench. Declan Rice, another central defensive mid. Southgate loves his defensive players, doesn't he? So Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson in that midfield 3, I can see happening, and then a Mason Mount or a Jude Bellingham up top. In that 3, they could be really good. Declan Rice, solid season. He's played really well. Obviously works so well with a lot of the England setup, and obviously he's great mates with Mason Mount. So that chemistry we might see off the pitch, on the pitch for England, which would be really helpful. On to the attackers now. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is included in the squad. He was one I was unsure of, but obviously with Mason Greenwood pulling out with injury, it was probably certain he was definitely going to be the backup striker. So to see him in the squad is really good. He's a really good option if Harry Kane is injured, or if England want to push and we play two up front, go more traditional 4-4-2 or play 4-2-4. He could really work really well, and he can get some vital goals for England. So happy to see him in. He's had a great season, and he deserved to be on the plane to the Euros. Phil Foden, oh my days, didn't have a great performance in the Champions League final, but to be honest, the whole Manchester City didn't. But overall this season, he has been an exciting talent, and he is one definitely for the future. I can't believe he's 2 years younger than me. He plays amazing football. Yeah, he's going to be an exciting talent, and I'm very looking forward to seeing him in the squad. He could be the difference in the big games. He has been for City in a lot of them this season, bar the Champions League final. So yeah, exciting prospect having him. Jack Grealish, he had to be included in it. He's been amazing for Villa. He makes them tick. He's another one like Phil Foden who can just turn a game on a sixpence. Yeah, exciting talent. He had to be in. Great player. Harry Kane, what more can we say? Captain Fantastic. He's going to want to play a big role in the Euros, I think, because obviously he wants to move away from Spurs. And so if he scores, there's going to be more suitors coming in for him because of his big price tag. There may not be anyone who comes in for him at the minute, but if he has a great Euros, you'd be stupid to think that all the big teams aren't going to at least try and inquire about buying him. And he could lead England to greatness. This is the moment where he really needs to step up. He's in his prime. He's just won the third Golden Boot of his career. He is playing some fantastic football, and he could really be the driving force for England. Marcus Rashford, glad to see he's in. He's had a great off-the-pitch season. He's had a great on-the-pitch season. He's quick. He brings that dynamism to the up front. He plays really well on the left. So I'm looking forward to see him on the wing. We're supporting Harry Kane, bring those extra goals for the squad. He's going to be really good. Bucky Okazaka, now that is an interesting one. Obviously, he is a really diverse player. He can play in the defence, he can play in the midfield, he can play up front. I think he's deserved a spot on the England squad because of the way he's played this season. It'll be interesting to see if he's used at all. I think he's definitely being brought maybe for the bench more than anything, that he's diverse, he can fit in the roles, especially if we have injuries. So I can see why he's on the plane. Then we have Jaden Sancho. Again, maybe he hasn't had the season he wanted to have, but yeah, he's a talent and a half, and when we need a goal, he could bring it, and he links up the play up front really well, so really good to see him in. And then Raheem Sterling, again, probably didn't have the greatest Champions League final night, because Rhys James had him in his pocket the whole time, but he's a great player. He knows how to attack, and yeah, really could be a good force with Kane. Hopefully they've learned how to pass to each other this time, and England could be an exciting squad. I am surprised, though, having looked at the squad, that there isn't Jesse Lingard. I think Jesse Lingard could have been in the squad. I would have been very happy to see Jesse Lingard in the squad. The fact he isn't is more of a surprise to me. Obviously, he hasn't been in the England set for a while, but he's had an amazing season. So disappointing not to see Lingard, but who do you take out the squad? Maybe one of the right backs, because we brought 4. But yeah, that is the England squad. I'm actually very happy with this England squad. We have so much talent. Like, if this squad, as I said in the 33 provisional, doesn't make the semi-finals, it has been disappointing. We should easily win our group. We should easily get through until we meet the likes of a France or a Portugal or a Germany, who are all in the same group. Can we just remind ourselves? So that shouldn't be as much of a problem. We shouldn't have any problems. Belgium as well, including that list. I think there's 4 or 5 teams who maybe could stop us, but this squad has to be aiming to win the whole thing. Would be immense. And that will conclude today's video. If you did like my honest thoughts on the England squad, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and why not share this video on social media so your friends can see. Tell me in the comment section below, who do you think should feel harshly done by that they missed out, and also your thoughts on the England squad. I'd love to know. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button for more sports videos. Yeah, and if you subscribed a minute like that, make sure you also click that bell button so you never miss a new video. If you need even more content from me, make sure you check out my main channel, Gateway Theories, where we do 3 film and TV videos a week. There'll be a link in the description down below if you want to go check that out, as well as a link in the description to my other channel, Got Reacts, where we do daily reaction videos. So go check that out if you want to check that out. But as always, you've been watching Got Sports. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys.